Good afternoon from Sevierville, Tennessee. My name is Ryan, and on today's adventure, we're going up to the Skyland Ranch to take a sneak peek at the current construction. Here you can see we're right behind Five Oaks Farm Kitchen, across the street from the Tanger outlets here in the Smoky Mountains. So I'm gonna bring you guys up top. We're gonna take a look at the progress on the chairlift they have here, as well as their mountain coaster and the other buildings that are up there. And I'm gonna show you guys the view from the very top. It's a very good view. So we're gonna go see what's going on up top here. So without further ado, let today's adventure begin. So we are located right across from the Tanger outlets in Sevierville, Tennessee. We are right here by the Five Oaks Farm Kitchen. This is a fantastic place to come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Really good food here. You got the Ogle General Store back there, and Cruz Farms. Very good ice cream back there. But this is where we're going today. We're gonna see how this skylift right here is gonna work, what's up top, the view from the top. We're gonna go bring you up there and check it all out. All right, what are we looking at?
So this is a rendering of our home base that will be our ticket office, the station for the chairlift where you'll get on the chairlift to actually go up the mountain. And we also have a mountain coaster that will be sold, and you'll join the ride here at the bottom to take that ride. So you can do either one of those separately or combo the two together. But this is the beginning of that. And we have the framing here. You'll see the chairlift towers are installed. They're beginning the offices, and the ticket office is over to the right there.
And we're looking at an August opening date as of right now.
Yes, as long as weather keeps cooperating, August should be our date that we get open.
So just let me know, this is gonna be all parking right here that we're looking at. And if there's overflow, they'll actually be able to utilize Tanger outlets across the street and be able to shuttle people over on probably busy holiday weekends, where this is going to be very popular to come to.
So you're getting behind the scenes right now of everything going on with construction, but we're doing the route right now that our trucks will actually bring folks up the back way in. If they're not wanting to ride the chairlift for whatever reason, then we will have options with the truck that will allow them to come up the road we're on now, which will be completely paved by the time we're open.
I noticed they moved the base of the zip line a little while back.
Yeah, they moved that over, got that out of the area that we're going to be using for parking. So as you can see right here, there's a big metal piece. This is actually going to be where everyone that comes up on the chairlift will disembark. The chairlift line will come straight across this side of the park. We'll drop our guest off over here, and then they'll actually circle around by our housing barn for our miniature animals.
So this is where the animals are going to be, right over here?
Yeah, so this is where they'll be when they're not out on the park on display. This will be their solace from the crowds. You could say we'll put them in there at night, and that's all for them to have their privacy. So that's not really going to be part of the guest experience. There will be some behind the scenes options we'll probably have later on, but at the beginning, that's going to be just for them to have their privacy and get away from the crowd. This is actually what the rendering of the layout looks like here. So I'll turn it in the way we're facing. So the road that we just came up will drop off here. The chairlift drops off this area here, and then throughout the area you're looking at, there's actually going to be multiple little pastures. That will be the main interaction between the guests and the miniatures. So we're going to have miniature horses, miniature donkeys, miniature cows, as well as goats and sheep. And there will be various pastures throughout where you'll actually interact with those animals. And we'll walk on them this way, and I'll kind of explain as we go what you're looking at. One of my favorite views in the whole park is off to the right here.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
So you see the two main barns here. The one on the right is 5,000 square foot of retail. We're gonna have Western wear, boutique items, toy store, Skyland Ranch merchandise, and various other things in there for shopping. On the left-hand side, you see another 5,000 square foot barn. That one actually is a two-story barn. The upstairs will be offices for a lot of our management. The downstairs is all gonna be food and beverage. So we'll have a bakery in there, we'll have a coffee shop, we'll have ice cream, a candy shop, and then a few little areas in there for some standing for quick sandwiches and things like that. And then beyond that, on the left-hand side, we also have 3 food trailers that will be set up. So we'll be able to rotate options out throughout the year. We are looking at having some special festivals in 2023, and we'll probably coordinate what we have with those festivals is what we have in the food trailers. Once the barns are completed, there's a rendering there of what they should look like. There'll be a breezeway on each end, so if we do have inclement weather, folks can still come up, enjoy the barns, go between those two and be out of the rain and the elements. I told you that we've got the food and beverage barn here on the left, and there's not going to be a lot of indoor seating in that. So the primary seating areas are going to be between the two barns here, and then they'll extend around the right-hand side of the end of the barn on the right here, the retail barn. If you want to come this way, we'll actually take you through the retail barn. You can see kind of the inside of what that's going to look like, and then there's a really cool view right out the other side of that.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, you can see the parkway right down here.
Sure can.
Great view.
And this is our retail barn. This will be all of our shopping, all the Western wear, toy shop, and the things we mentioned earlier. So there'll be a pretty busy area here. We'll also have some snacks and drinks in here as well for people that just want to grab something real quick and make it convenient for them. And then this is probably one of my favorite spots of the park. This is our back patio here on the retail barn. We'll have some seating areas, probably some rocking chairs and things like that. We may even have another animal encounter back here on this side, but this will be the spot in the park where you can hang out and just enjoy the views the most. And you get a good shot of the food and beverage barn there. And then the area just beyond it, over here along the tree line, will be where those 3 food trailers will be placed. So all of our food and beverage will be located in the same general region. And then the area we're walking through and over to the right will also be the main seating areas for enjoying your food. As we continue on this way, just out in front of us here, we'll have a 50-foot elevated walkway that will be ADA accessible at a gradual slope up on a stable ramp. That will take our guests an additional 50 feet above where we're at now, which is 300 feet above the parkway. We'll give you 360-degree views above the park. This will actually connect over to the walkway that runs down the front ridge of the park. So our guests will be able to get really great views of the Smoky Mountains all around the Skyland Ranch. In addition to just the stable walkway, we get dropped down and we have a tree canopy walk that will connect from the very end of the park back behind the retail barn, where we'll have another animal encounter with some goats and sheep and other cute animals like that. As I was talking about the mountain coaster earlier, that mountain coaster is going to be called the Wild Stallion. It's actually the longest one in America. It's over 1.25 miles long. It's a 12-minute ride from beginning to end. The ride actually starts at the bottom, comes up the mountain, goes down into the fields on the right-hand side of the mountain, comes back up the mountain, and ends back at the chairlift. So the area that we're in now, if you're looking down through this natural bowl, this is actually where we're going to be building our amphitheater. We're still deciding exactly on how many seats we're going to have, but we're looking at around 1,000 or more. And the seating would be in the area we're in now. The stage would be out front, and the backdrop for that would be a beautiful Mount LeConte setting there in the background. So our amphitheater is going to be one of the most beautiful places to watch a concert in the country.
Wow, it is beautiful.
If you want to go right out here, there's a pretty cool view. So the walkway that I was telling you about is actually going to be in this area. The mountain coaster will intertwine with that walkway, so you'll be able to see the folks riding the coaster from the walkway. And then the area that we're in now, just imagine being another 50 feet up in the air, and you'll be getting all these views from an even higher viewpoint.
Wow. You can see Tanger Outlet right down here. Mount LeConte in the background. You can see main parkway there. There's Beyond the Lens right over there. The Titanic to the right. Just a couple markers for you. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day here in the Smokies.
about 14 acres that we're developing to begin with in phase 1. And then the fields that you saw in the very first part are all part of our 100 acres. So the plan to expand will take us from this mountaintop on into those fields as we go. And shortly after we're open with phase 1, they'll begin working on phase 2. They've got some really, really cool ideas that we're not sharing just yet, but they're very exciting, and we're very, very excited to be open and welcome everyone here to Skyland Ranch.
Tell me about the mountain coaster that's going in.
Yeah, the Wild Stallion is the name of our mountain coaster. It's going to be the longest one in the country when we open. The coaster will be over 1.25 miles long, and it's over a 12-minute ride from beginning to end. The coaster begins at the bottom of the mountain near the chairlift entrance. It will take our guests from the bottom there all the way to the top up here at the ranch, go down the mountain the other side, come back up the mountain once again, and go back down to the chairlift station. So you'll actually go up and down the mountain twice on the ride.
Wow, very cool.
This is a section of track where the guests will be coming down the mountain the first time. It'll take them around down into the fields down near the IHOP. They'll turn around, they'll come back up a different section of track on up to the top of the mountain again, and then zigzag back down the main part of the mountain back to the home base.
I just wanted to give you a different look the current construction. You can see the mountain coaster track here in front of you, and they do have zip lining. It is up and running here at this adventure park to the right. But let's head up top and see if we can get a better look of what's going on. Well, that wraps up today's tour looking inside the Skyland Ranch. A big thank you to Jordan for his time to kind of show me around and what's going on. So I'm going to try to keep you guys updated. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed as I do any further updates and inside looks at this place when it opens in August. I'll also keep you updated on ticket prices, discounts, as well as other things that are going on here in the Smokies. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about the Skyland Ranch, drop them down in the comments. I'll do my very best to answer. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next adventure. See ya.